It's Wild Way Monet 808 with the dollar sign. Let me tell you something real quick. I love the fact that God has shown me where to plant my seeds through trial and error. I was listening to um, a YouTube pastor um, who has his own church, but they stream. And he says something that hit home for me. In my big age, I should know that giving away my talents to undeserving people, not just organizations, people who don't deserve it, is doing a disservice to myself. I was talking in my last video about need versus want. Go somewhere where they want you, and that's in your personal and professional life. And I realized that giving people and entities chances at my age is not something that I can afford to do. Just like you, who are 1%, you have many talents and skills that people want to use and not necessarily compensate you for. This is the reason why I surround myself with nature, because it shows me how life can resurrect. I was sitting right here the other day when a tree inchworm dropped right on my lap. And I looked up the significance, the spiritual significance of it. And a tree inchworm looks like a twig. And it goes almost its whole life cycle disguised as something that's useless for survival purposes. It has to find the right tree in order to molt and turn into a butterfly. It was such a revelation to me at the time when it happened. And this is why God in the universe instructs me not to take things personally anymore. When I was younger, I used to take things so personally, like thinking that it was me, but then situations and circumstances come to show me that I'm not the only one that goes through trials and tribulations like this with situations. I said that God shows me how my character has evolved just by looking at my own platform. Nobody can tear me down consciously because I know who I am. It makes me feel good to know that even if I plant my seeds in unfertile ground, in soil that'll never grow, God says that I did it because He wanted me to. He wanted me to be wherever I was that was uncultivated, to show people the mirror. See, it's not just me that they're attacking. Sometimes when people attack you, it's the mirror that they see in you, it's themselves that they can't face. Today, I can face myself and say I love myself in all my glory because I do. It's just, it's amazing to wake up and know that I don't intentionally set out my day to harm somebody. I don't intentionally set on people. And that's why God continues to bless me. I'm 54. And I feel like I'm doing good. I feel like I'm doing good. I feel like there are people out there who know me personally that know that I'm a good person. Who knows my true heart and my intentions. Yes, there are people who have come against me in my own arena, but I'm still 5-star. Yeah. I'm still 5-star, and God has showed me. I keep talking about God a lot. I'm not a pastor or a preacher or a prophet, and I'm not trying to profess over anybody's life. I'm talking about me. And hopefully, even one person who watches this feels inspired to know that God got you in his hand. He got you in his hand. And you have to go through wickedness to come out on the other side. It's called discernment. And sometimes you can discern things about people and God will still put you through it so that you can be a testimony to what you know. I don't talk about things that I haven't lived through and experiences that haven't shaped who I am. One thing I know is that God shaped my patience. And by listening to myself back, because I record myself, and by listening to situations, circumstances back, I realized that I'm getting better at patience, and not allowing how I feel to control the outward persona. It's not a mask. It's about keeping yourself together. Because like I said in the last video, a lot of people are used to chaos and they like seeing people crash out because this is the lives that they lead. Chaotic. I was watching a video, a testament video, where a girl was talking about how, a woman was talking about how she came from a family of chaos, going all the way back to her great-grandmother. The house was always full of drama, cursing, fighting, drugs, promiscuity. And she had to learn to forgive herself because that's all she knew. She didn't know a life without loud interruptions, put it like that. And she gravitated to people who were also like that and procreated with a man that was like that. And she said because of that surrounding and that upbringing, she thought she was cursed because negative things happened to her at least 2 or 3 times a year. She got pow-powed in the face in her own driveway. She got held up at gunpoint a year or 2 after that. And she said the negative thought process is what she believes did it, that caused those chaotic instances to happen in her life. Now, professionally, she was doing okay, but she was wearing a mask of fear. I don't fear no man today. I don't fear situations and circumstances today because what God has brought me through, I'm elevating. I'm elevating on my channel. I talked about a lot of things that affected Black women and Black people in general. And I have a right to talk about the fear and the racism that we experience, even against each other. Gatekeepers who will defend racism against their own race. I have a right to talk about that. And I will continuously stand up for Black women to be empowered in this society. I have a right to say that. And I won't be shut down and made to feel like I don't have a right to stand up for myself. That's also something God showed me. He puts me in places where it's a learning experience. Not just for the person or the individuals who I come in contact with, but for myself as well. I now understand discernment. I now not only can just look at something and tell that it's not right, I can feel that it's not right. And I won't place myself in that position again. And to tell you the truth, all money ain't good money. I'd rather earn an honest $5 than a chaotic $1,500 after taxes. It's not worth my mental health. This is about protecting your mental health, because people will project their sickness onto you because they're not healed. And to tell you the truth, just like this young lady was saying, the one that got hurt, I was just talking about Pow Pow, she realized that too. Putting herself around situations, circumstances, and individuals who are not healed left her unprotected. And let me just say this too. God will protect you by removing you. Not physically from this earth, but removing you from a situation that you thought that you needed. And it'll make you that much more grateful to be around the bare essentials, the bare minimum. Because you know that it's honest. It has ethics. It has integrity. And the morals are upstanding. I know that sounds so corny in today's society, 2026. It's so corny to be moral and have ethics. But I know now what not to do as I'm building, what people I don't want around me as I'm building. And God is going to take me there because I'm learning as I'm building. I'm learning how to protect my peace and to protect my mental. Everything is not for everybody. All money ain't good money. Keep that in mind today. It's beautiful out here. Life is showing us how you can bounce back after a storm. Yeah. Life is showing us how you can bounce back after a storm. As we see that tree right there, some don't make it, but the stump is still standing. Yeah. Some don't make it, but the stump is still standing. That's me. I'm that inchworm. I'm that inchworm that people turn their back on and discount it and said I ain't worth nothing. That's just a stick. An ugly little stick. Look, step on it. And then it moves. And they jump back and they shock like, oh my God, it's alive. Yeah, that's you. That's me. This is why I weigh Monet with the $sign. God gonna keep blessing us because we're speaking our truth and we will not be silenced.